It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And the Denver Nuggets, still evolving. Not yet a top-tier team, but Kenny, as usual, they do have some talent.
Yes, roster is deep and young. It takes some time, though, Ernie, to get young guys to play together, and that's the growing pains that Denver's going through.
Yeah, but adding Millsap in free agency made them very dangerous. The future is very bright.
They have to wear what?
Shaq glasses.
Yep.
Shades.
No.
Future so bright, got to wear shades, not Shaq glasses.
Shaq glasses.
Yeah.
Man, you are a horn-tooting fool.
Yep.
No, I have an eyeglass line.
And that doesn't surprise me. And with the game about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan.
Can I get some?
He's got the call.
Of course.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Denver Nuggets get ready to battle. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Now, back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him, so I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. So the Nuggets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Minnesota, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Butler in at the 3. That one goes in. Butler's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Timberwolves. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Towns and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Here's Butler. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Barton outside. Inside. Jokic trying to free himself up. Banked in off the glass.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Teague the pass to Towns. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Barton. Kicks to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And he lays it straight in. Jokic has got 6.
Jokic and body control. Man, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Butler. And Teague has it in the corner. Lock at 6. Tries a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Denver takes it the other way.
Really crushing the glass last season were the Nuggets, 7th overall in the league in rebounding and 2nd in offensive rebounds, which created a lot of second chance opportunities.
Now here is Harris. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 9 points for Jokic.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And talking about the Nuggets, they've been a good rebounding team now for a while.
Yeah, top 10 in the league over the past 7 seasons. Not a lot of people talk about their rebounding prowess, but the boards are one of those sneaky places where they can get possession and control the game a bit.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. T kicks to Wiggins. Here's Butler. Left side, Gibson. To halt the run from 8, and he hits the jump shot.
Taj Gibson's postgame continues to improve, that time showing a nice touch.
Harris outside. Murray outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 11 points.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open. Well, with Jokic, even the organization admits when they drafted him, they did not envision this kind of production. I mean, it really has been off the charts. You think about the trade that they made to clear the way for Jokic to be the defined center, and what he's done with that. This team has been off to the races offensively with the way he handles the point center position.
And there it is for him.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Barton kicks to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And talking about Jokic, even his teammates are in awe, Brent, of his playmaking.
Yeah, even the veteran Mike Miller said last year that it's made the team so hard to guard because it's a weapon really that no other team has. And of course, we've seen great passers, Marcus Gasol, DeMarcus Cousins. They have the ability, but the offense is not structured around the things that Jokic can do.
Now Barton following the three-point attempt by Taj Gibson. Barton finds Millsap, and the basket is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now T. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pulls up, high post, and good that time.
And he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Gary Harris. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Gibson. Tyus Jones comes in for Wiggins. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Now here's Murray. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Timberwolves passing it around. Butler. That shot misses. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 5. He kicks to Thomas. And it's Lyles in the corner. And again, Denver no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Murray left side. Thomas outside. And that one is off. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
We've got Lyles. Thomas is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Porter in at the 3 set. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Now, here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Plumlee in the high post. Porter against Butler. Porter passes to Plumlee. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Murray. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Murray's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Nuggets. Outside Butler. Who do you think is best at converting off his offhand?
I really do like Mike Conley in Memphis when he gets to, and I love his timing on it, Kevin, that running right-hand hook shot that he shoots from about 8 feet. And one of the reasons I'm so enamored with it is because Mike will shoot it in the fourth quarter with under 30 seconds to go on a critical possession. That, to me, screams of confidence. A tremendous offhand by Mike Conley.
Means the most. He'll use that move.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving won't do it with his left in Boston, but when Mike Conley pulls it out at some of the moments where you just say, wow, a right-handed runner with 40 seconds to go, fourth quarter, good on you, Mike Conley.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Here's Rose. The tray. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
And you got to love seeing Butler pull up from here. His jumper is a big part of his offensive game.
Back to Murray. Porter looking it over. There's the pass to Murray. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Will Barton, he's checked in for Jamal Murray. Minnesota also with the sub. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Rose. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown, Plumlee, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shoots from the elbow, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. To the inside, trying to get open is Butler. Jang, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be a Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
That free throw good from Jang for the Nuggets. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Lyles. And Harris subbed in for Porter. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Tyus Jones. That one drops. He ties it up. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Thomas kicks to Millsap. Harris outside. Back to Millsap. The shot, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court, and obviously one heck of a player.
Here's Harris. Following the score by Taj Gibson. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. And the Nuggets lead by 2. Thomas against Teague. Left side, Butler. Down low. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
From 13, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
That's Millsap's bread and butter there. Good mid-range shooter, and his shooting form on point.
Butler against Barton. The 9-foot shot. That one misses. And the Nuggets going the other way. 1:09 left to play here in the half. Outside Thomas. Jokic kicks to Thomas. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Wiggins outside. The feed now to Butler. Shoots over Barton. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Millsap dishes to Barton. Millsap passes to Thomas. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Teague. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Butler. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Now here's Thomas. Kicks to Harris. from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Butler and Gibson, the duo at forward. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Towns in at the center position. Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Barton wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight. Teague finds Wiggins. To the paint. Here's Towns. That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way.
You look at Paul Millsap's career and just how much has changed from being the role player in Utah and scoring around the basket to becoming part of that great run in Atlanta where he expanded his game to the three-point line. Now that scoring and that rebounding is a huge part of what they need here in Denver.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Towns. Jokic, no good. And talking Millsap, you really do know what you're going to get from him year in and year out.
Yeah, it's super consistent. It goes beyond the stats. He plays with great passion. He's tough. He wants to win basketball games, and that desire shows up every night. The interesting thing is about Paul Millsap being a carrier for this ball club. It's a role he's still getting used to.
Teague can't hit.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And here's Wiggins following the 3 from Will Barton. To the paint, Jokic with the steal. Knocked away. Towns with the steal. A finish, and Towns throws it down.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers. And his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. And Porter subbed in for Gary Harris. Minnesota also making some changes. Tyus Jones comes in for Butler. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
Jamal Murray, you can't start much younger than Jamal did. At age 3, he reportedly could play basketball for hours on end. Where's the nap time, Kevin? Where is the nap time?
There really isn't a time in Murray's life that he wasn't great at this game.
No, in Canada, just such a great career in Ontario. Played alongside, actually, Thon Maker. And then 1 year at Kentucky. Who doesn't have 1 year at Kentucky? Drafted 7th overall. And what an amazing fit that he's still pointing up and improving. One of the game's more deadly shooters right now.
Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
Now here's Gibson, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Barton. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Now, Will Barton, think that this is a guy who came out of nowhere, but he was a 5-star recruit back in high school. Interesting thing is that he has not grown all that much since his time in high school, but certainly his game has.
That free throw good from Barton. And, of course, Barton's second-round pick struggled early to find his niche in this game.
Yeah, another one of those guys that had to have a little bit of time in the developmental league in the first couple seasons. We're all about the learning process, and then, boom, the light goes on, the shooting starts to improve, he gets in the right system, he gets the right opportunity. He's been a very strong contributor ever since.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here's Rose. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Inside, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
He's off on the first. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Timberwolves. He hits the second from the line. Rose with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Towns against Plumlee. Towns down low. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Barton surveying the floor. There's Thomas with the 3. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Jones against Barton. Upside Thomas to the inside. Here's Lyles. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low. Here's Wiggins. Count that one. And now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Barton against Jones. Barton outside to the middle. Here's Porter and finished off by Porter.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Timberwolves trail by 6. 46 seconds left in the third. Here's Wiggins. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here is Porter. Outside Thomas. Wiggins with the block. They retain possession. Shot clock at 2. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Jones. Great touch on the 16-footer. Jones has got his 2nd bucket of the night. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Denver leading by 4. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. The guards are Thomas and Harris. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Timberwolves shooting well. They're at 45%. Teague, the pass to Rose. Pass to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rose. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside Thomas. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. And it's a 9-point Denver lead.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Towns, and the shot is long.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Thomas kicks to Millsap. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And it's 9 points for Millsap.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Well, Isaiah Thomas met with a lot of teams in free agency before deciding on the Nuggets. And it just wasn't a great market for IT after coming off such a rough season. Had to settle for a short-term deal to show he could still be an impact player.
Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Gibson's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. And he put the challenge in front of his players. He said, now's the time when we take control. This is our time, not theirs. Let's go out there and take it to them. We'll see if we got them going, guys.
Thank you, David. Butler, no good. The Nuggets now in offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Murray outside. Back to Harris. Millsap looking it over. Jokic kicks to Harris. Over Wiggins, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Martin's checked in for Porter.
Will Martin.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Butler finds Towns, and the shot is good.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Murray against T. Murray the pass to Harris. Here's Millsap. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The contact's certainly there, but Millsap just too big and too strong on those type of plays.
Wiggins kicks to Butler. High post shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And so Butler nails both of them.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Murray against T. Murray kicks to Jokic. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Teague dishes to Wiggins. Back to Teague. Pass to Gibson. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Got that one up quick.
Timeout.
Murray's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also taken care of some of the details in this game, and that's why they're ahead.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 12. 1:58 left in the game. Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Denver now. They're on a 12-4 run. Millsap left side. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Wiggins. Over Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Gary Harris.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
2 shots.
He throw good, Wiggins. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Shoots over Towns. Rebound, Minnesota. Butler feeling out of it. On the wing, Wiggins. Butler finds Towns. Now here's Teague. Jokic defending. And it's Wiggins missing. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jokic.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Harris. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Murray. Tipped away and stolen by Butler.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
And Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run, or you might get your feelings hurt.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
To the middle. Banked in off the glass.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low.
Now Thomas. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.